morning, faithful viewers. We apologize for the late start. Over 400 cholera cases have been, and 12 deaths have been reported in Fako Division, southwest region of Cameroon in just 3 days. Hospitals in Limbe, Tiko and Buea are currently crowded with hundreds of patients on treatment. Corridors and verandas have been transformed into makeshift wards following the cholera outbreak. The governor of the southwest region, Bernard Okalia Bilai, has held a crisis meeting with health, municipal and other administrative authorities in the region to ensure the epidemic is effectively contained. Speaking yesterday, he pledged that homes in the region that do not yet have toilets must begin construction immediately. The district medical officer in Limbe was equally present. Let's have his excerpt of.
So far, the situation is really worrisome because we'll have a surge this weekend, and from the onset of the epidemic in the health district, that is from the 24th of December, we've had 635 cases till last week, Saturday. We are on 635 cases in the entire health district. But we have a recent surge in Limbe 1, and we've registered so many cases. The cases were hospitalized at the level of the regional hospital and district hospital, and the bed were already running out of the capacity to be able to accommodate other patients. So, but we are so grateful to the administration. Everyone is on board to ensure that we put all our hands on deck to curb this situation. So we are carrying out a lot of sensitization in the various communities in favor of hygiene and sanitation, proper waste disposal, especially because we know that is a challenge in the health district.
Yes.
And the purification of water. We know that as water sources also, some of them are not the best.
That was Constance Ngumi Inje, doctor, the district medical officer in Limbe. Persons suffering from tuberculosis in Cameroon will henceforth receive a proper and timely treatment in a bid to completely eradicate the disease in the country. Speaking at the press briefing in Yaoundé yesterday, March 23, the Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manauda Malachi, disclosed that over 20,000 cases of tuberculosis were diagnosed in all the 306 diagnostic and treatment centers across the country in 2021. The meeting took place as the country today observes the 29th edition of World Tuberculosis Day under the theme Invest to End Tuberculosis and Save Lives. Several vehicles have been burnt down in Dop, chief town of Ngoketunja division of the northwest region of Cameroon. The vehicles were burnt yesterday, March 23, by alleged separatist fighters for defiling their imposed indefinite ghost town and ban on circulation of vehicles as a countermeasure to local administrative authorities' ban on the circulations of bikes in the division. Some business persons in Edea, chief town of the Sanaga Maritime Division, are looking for where to relocate after their business structures were brought down blown down by bulldozers at the Edea Council. According to the municipal council official, the demolition exercise is in a bid to fight against urban disorder in the town of Edea. Fon Quinta tells us more.
Longer time for negotiations as they watched their structures brought down. Although those affected have been cursing authorities for carrying out a demolition at this time, others acknowledge they had been notified and sensitized long ago, but they did not know when the exercise would start. With series of demolition exercises ongoing in the country, Cameroonians have been called upon to respect all procedures and modalities before construction.
President Paul Biya has ordered for the scheduling of Elite One matches in Garoua urgently. In a letter signed by the Secretary General at the Presidency of the Republic of Cameroon, Ferdinand Gongo, the Minister of Sports and Physical Education is called upon to liaise with the Cameroon Football Federation to ensure that the city of Garoua be on the list of sites to host the MTN Elite One Championship. Some lawyers of the Southwest region and the Northwest regions of Cameroon have embarked on a 3-day training on strategic litigation for lawyers. The workshop, which kick-started yesterday, March 23, in Buea, is organized by the Center for Human Rights and Democracy in Africa. At the center of discussions yesterday was the overview concept of strategic litigation and the regional system and application of the key human rights treaties and procedure for litigation and at the regional level. The workshop will continue this day. Let's have an excerpt of Barrister Agbo Bala.
Of the crisis that we've been having in this part of the country for the last 5 years, we thought it was necessary not only to train lawyers on strategic litigation, but to train them on human rights and strategic litigation. The need, because we felt that there are lots of things that we could strategically litigate, to raise awareness, to use this as a tool for education and advocacy, and to address burning issues that might be in our laws or that are in our laws that we have failed to address. The training was essential because these lawyers, 75 of them who are here today, will be able to have the necessary knowledge to be able to litigate. Not only litigate as lawyers, but also support civil society organizations, be they journalists or other NGOs who might want to litigate on something. And we felt that we could go beyond the confines of the country to look at strategic litigation from a regional perspective. The African Commission of Human and People's Rights and the African Commission, the modalities in which you can file a petition, the existence of the domestic remedy, but also looking at the UN, the international system, also the United Nations, the national tribunals also, and commissions.
Cameroon's Minister of Sports and Physical Education, Professor Narcisse Mwele Kombi, together with FECAFOOT President Samuel Eto'o, were present yesterday, Wednesday, March 23, as the national team's training session began on the Japoma Stadium in Douala. Samuel Eto'o took on the opportunity to invite the 27 players of the coach Rigobert Song to give in their all for the match, which will take place on March 25 at the Multisports Complex of Japan against Algeria. And out of the country, several shops have been destroyed in a fire outbreak at Abong Bang Market in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital. The incident occurred on Wednesday, March 23. Firefighters are reported to have battled the blaze that badly damaged the main bridge in the megacity, raising dozens of shops and risking more traffic chaos in the city. The cause of the inferno is yet to be officially disclosed, but eyewitnesses claim it to be a result of a power surge. The Lagos Traffic Management Authority announced that the fire outbreak resulted in the slow movement of motorists, urging them to ply alternative routes following the incident. We've come to the end of today's edition of Prime Flash, produced by Junior Pelama. Thanks for watching, faithful viewers. You have more details on these stories and many more stories on 3:30 p.m. Prime Info with Gwladys Bomotonguina and 6:30 p.m. Prime News with Fon Quinta. Coming up next is a special edition on cholera outbreak with Kum Leonard. Have a nice time.
BT Media is getting better, going further with clearer images.